Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to give you a quick, room tour and show you my setup for the world build that I've done. I think it's about time I show you guys everything I've been working on for this last year or so. So hope you can hang out with me for a few minutes. Let's go.
Welcome to the party, pal!
Alright guys, so this is the room tour. It's a really small room. I've only dedicated half of the room here to collecting. The other half, kind of the half you can see here in the mirror behind me, this half has nothing to do with the room. Even up there I've got a couple of personal pictures, and there's a few little starships up there. But this side of the room is the side that I use for the collection, for the world building. It's what's behind me when I shoot my videos. This side actually, one of my other interests has nothing to do with this video or in collecting in general, is I really like religious iconography, if you know what that is. So this wall here that's in front of me that you never see is actually got some whole different kinds of art and pictures on it. So I'm going to show you the world that I built on the other side and kind of go around the room and explain everything that I've got. Alright guys, so I'm holding the camera, so I hope that this isn't too bouncing around for you, but there is my world right there. But we're going to kind of start on this side and work our way around to get to it. This is actually, that's where I usually shoot my videos. That's where I do the live streams. So I also work there, you know, during the work week, I work a couple days from home right there. So this area kind of needs to stay a bit clear most of the time. And there's like my TV and some other things. Okay, so on this side you can see here, I've got the Hasbro Razor Crest, which I think still is my favorite vehicle right now. I typically have things set up around it, but since I set up my world over there, I kind of took everything down. I kind of need to rebuild around this ship, but I haven't quite got to it yet. There is the Vintage Collection. That's one of the newest Slave Ones from the Vintage Collection. I ended up moving, that's a Playmobil Bird of Prey from Star Trek. It's actually my son's. He said that I could hang it up in here. If you remember, it used to be on the other side of the room over here, but when I would open those cabinets, I knocked it down actually a couple times because I couldn't hang it high enough to get it out of the way to open those cabinet doors. So I ended up having to switch it, and I put it over here, and the stuff that I had over here, I've now hung over here. So that's what that is, but we'll talk about that when we get there. This poster here is a cover of a comic book that I read many years ago. I had a pull list. Once a week I'd go down to the comic book store, and I ended up really liking this comic. So when they offered the poster of the cover, I ended up buying it. It was rolled up in my closet for many years, and when I redid this room, I decided that was perfect time to bring it out and put it in a frame. So it's a little bit obscured from some of the stuff I have hanging here, but it is just an amazing Spider-Man poster with many of the bad guys characters surrounding him. This is my bookcase. I do have the N1, the Vintage Collection N1 there. These little tins here are full of figures. Got some Joy Toy stuff I still need to open, but this is pretty much full of expanded universe Star Wars stuff and anything else that interests me, like Edgar Rice Burroughs, the John Carter, Warlord of Mars, that kind of stuff, and then some various different stuff, some G.I. Joe stuff. Those boxes there are of all the Toys Alliance and sort of Acid Rain figures that I already have open. They're in my world. They're populated in my world. I keep all my Acid Rain World boxes, so it's easier just to have the ones out that I have the figures out. So if I want to switch them out, I can put them away. I don't have to go looking for every box. So all of those boxes are opened, and those figures are in my world. Here's a little preview of what's going to be my January haul for this year. It's probably going to shoot that video right after this one, actually, if not later today. And then you can see here, this is my backlog because I kind of fell behind a little bit. This is kind of last month's haul that I still need to go through, and I was hoping to do videos on and stuff like that. So that's the bookcase. Here's my vintage collection, or excuse me, legacy collection, Millennium Falcon, that I've got on a guitar stand like a lot of people do. It's easier to display it and keep it on its side. Takes up less room, but you still want to have it out. Here is the newest piece. This is obviously the Hasbro Ghost. I haven't quite finished setting up around it either. I'm also going to do kind of a setup here. I might put the Robo Skull right here if I can get it to fit. Or I might just set this up like they have landed and are loading or unloading. I haven't quite figured out the scene yet. I've only had that out for a few days now. These are some of the pictures. I've had this for a long time. I just wanted to have, when I was doing the art for this room, I really wanted to have something representing all of the things that I really love and collect. And Star Wars, G.I. Joe are two of, reasons why I collect. They're my two favorite things as a kid. And so I wanted to make sure I had some representation of them on the wall in the room. That is just a bat, 25th anniversary bat that I actually bought at a toy show from, oh man, I forgot his name now. Shoot, I'll have to put it here. But I ran into him, talked to him several times. Really cool guy. I was going to open it, but then I decided not to. And then when I was doing the art for this room, I found this poster of a bat and thought they would look good together. So that's why that figure is hanging on the wall next to that picture of the Cobra bats. This was a poster that I got it's an Eagle Force poster, obviously. And I picked this up right off their website. I don't think they have it anymore. There were two versions. One is this one, which is like the Eagle base under attack. You can see there's a lot of action going on. And there was one without being under attack. So I had bought this right when I got my first batch of Eagle Force figures a couple of years ago. And again, like the other posters, they were just rolled up in my closet. I thought this is a perfect time to get it out, frame it up. So I did. I don't know about you guys, but I remember as a kid just staring at pictures like this all the time when they would come on the back of like Transformers or G.I. Joe or Star Wars or whatever it was. And you would just stare at these pictures and imagine all the battles and things going on. And then you would kind of replay them with your figures or in your mind. And so I definitely wanted the battle picture, not the not under attack picture. But that's what that is, directly off their website. It's a really awesome picture. I'm sure you can find close-ups of it online somewhere. Up here I've got, I guess, movie pictures. Two of my favorite movies of all time. We've got Avengers Age of Ultron and the very first Marvel's Avengers movie. These I got from a guy at work. He's a big comic book guy, and we talk about the movies all the time. And he actually went to opening night for both of these movies. And he, I'm sure some of you know, when you go on opening night for a lot of movies, they give you a free poster. So he went on opening night for both of these movies, and they gave him a poster, a couple years apart. And he had them in his garage or whatever, and said, do you want these? I have no use for them. So he gave them to me actually for free. And again, they were just in my closet. I have a whole stack of posters kind of all rolled together in a tube. And these were in there for as long as, I've had them. These movies are fairly old now. And again, I thought this is the perfect time to frame them. So that was what I did. I framed them, and they're two of, like I said, my favorite movies. I mentioned earlier, I've got a X-Wing. My son got me this at Disneyland. It's a Poe Dameron X-Wing. He gave that to me as a gift. And this is an N1 Starfighter. This is his I bought for him many years ago. And again, it was on that side of the room, and I moved it to this side just to, now I can open these. I can open these doors easily. These are full of my movie collection, actually. Both of them there. There's one there, there's one there. They're just full of my movie collection. I need to reorganize it. Up there is I did a video on it. That is the Fort America that I restored. That's a Fort America from my childhood. I do have a roadblock up there flying the flag. Decided to display it with the box. A couple of Leviathan figures with my Hydra Stomper, and there's a Darth Revan. Just kind of random, put those up there. I liked how it looked, so I kind of put them there. But that's what that is. On the other side here is a couple ships, some personal pictures. That's my grandfather, my brother, and one of my cousins. I was 12 years old in that picture, and those are pictures of my son, and a couple little starships, but it's mostly everything is on this side. All right, so now time for the main event. I am shooting this video in the middle of the day, so there's a lot of light, so I can kind of really show it to you. I think what I'm going to do is come back later tonight and probably shoot another minute or two. It'll happen right after this video, so it'll only be a second for you, but with all the lights on, because right now I don't have any of the lights on. I just didn't think you'd get the full effect, so I wanted to kind of show you how it is now, and then we'll come back later with everything turned on at night, and you can see how it lights up really well. I do want to buy some more lights to kind of probably put underneath this cabinet here, or maybe run underneath the bottom of this shelf to kind of spruce it up a little bit. But for now, there's lots of little lights throughout that are just not turned on, but I'll show you those in a little bit. All right, so let's get to this. All right, so we'll start here at the top and we'll work our way to my right and then down. So this is kind of the top level. I've got my prison there, my jail from that I picked up from Grime City. Here's one of the streetlights I have. Almost everything in this world is from either Empire Toy Works or Grime City, my two favorite independent toy makers. And then I try to populate it with figures from all the different lines that I have, but mostly the newest stuff, the stuff that was closest to me, that I've been playing with most recently. Because of course, I'm gonna have to shuffle things out. I have a lot more things than I have room for. So this is what was like the newest stuff and it was closest to me. And so that is why it's sort of populating my world now. Again, the jail there, I do have, you can barely see him in there, but I do have Johnny Cash in there. He is locked up in jail right now. He's got the Folsom Prison Blues. He is a reaction figure. If you know, my world is called Folsom 11. I do live right outside of Folsom, where the famous Folsom Prison is, and the famous song Folsom Prison Blues was written for. And I think Johnny did some concerts there back in the 60s, 70s. So I thought it'd be funny to put him in the jail. So he is in there. You can just barely see him. But he is in the prison. Got a lot of flat buildings from Empire. Got all my turtles out. There's most of the crew of the Ghost there. Had them all out because I'm going to kind of end up moving them by the Ghost. These were some really cool railings that I got from Grime City. They matched the jail. I got 4 of them. I wish I would have got like 8 of them. But you can see there, and they are modular. You can take them apart and move them around. They're really awesome. Got lots of Mandalorians. There's Ratco. He's my sheriff. Bebop Rocksteady. Again, flat buildings. This was a recent picture that I just took and posted on my Folsom 11 Instagram. I thought it would be cool if Shredder, the Silver Samurai, kind of met up, and then they were making a deal with Morgan Elsbeth, who's surrounded by some of her droids. I have a lot more HK droids. I just didn't put them out because they are a little finicky to stand up sometimes. And they kept knocking everything over, so I decided to go with 4 of them. But I think I have about 8 or 9 of them. There's Chrysanthemum talking to Cobb Vanth. Eagle Force figure sitting on one of my Grime City benches there. And a little cart from Empire Toy Works here. Episode 2 speeder. I always have these out because I always really like these speeders, so I thought I would just kind of throw them in here like it's parked. As you can see, that's the top level. Jod Nawood back there talking on one of the communicators. A few odds and ends from Grime City. And we'll come down here to the second floor now. And this one I have a lot of the bigger Empire Toy Works buildings. I decided to kind of set up my Red Crow sort of army right here. So I've got a couple of my Red Crow guys, Hidoshi, a couple of the Blurgs, another flat building back there. Again, this is the Empire Toy Works building. That one I did put a little rug in that my wife gave me. And have it kind of surrounded by some Grime City small stuff. That is a monolith from Space Odyssey. I forget what it's called now. But I think it's kind of like a reaction figure, but it is the monolith from... I thought it'd be cool to throw the monolith in here since it is a real, definitive sci-fi movie. So threw him in there. Here's another one of my buildings. I've done videos on each of these buildings individually. So if you look through my world building playlist, if you want to take a look at all 5 sides of this building and inside, you can find them. Put some of my Robo Skulls, they're kind of creeping over the top. There's a few more inside, and we've got a Boss Fight Studio Flash Gordon over here, kind of creeping in on them. A few more Eagle Force figures here. I really like the Eagle Force. They're military, they got sci-fi, they got a whole bunch of different themes. It's hard to see right there, but there is the one of the Annex 2179 figures. I forget his name right now. But the Sphinx looking guy, he's there. There's Megatron. There's BB-8. Got a Marvel Universe figure back there. Couple Marvel Universe figures, I guess, back there. Anita Hill, Boba Fett. There's another one of my street lights. This is kind of, if I go this way, I kind of show you. So they're kind of walking, this is kind of like a street scene here. Got 2 of the food vendor machines from Grime City. Again, those both light up. I'll try to show you those in a minute with the lights on. And another speeder here. That's my son's Gizmo Duck that I got him a long time ago. There's a reaction figure. A few more smalls, Empire Toy Works, Grime City stuff, a couple speeders there. I think one of the only things I have here that's not Grime City or Empire Toy Works, is this Coke machine here. This is like a 3-story little building here. Empire Toy Works speeder. Kind of random figures there. The Putt Bot. How to get the Putt Bot in there. You can see I got the turtles. Sorry it's so shaky. Got some aliens working the food vendors. Some of the cone bots. There's more of the Rebels team here. Lothcat. So these shelves are about 15 inches deep. So they're pretty deep. So I could fit these large buildings in there and still have room in the front or around them. So that's the second story, or the second level. So we've got the first level, second level, and then we've got the ground level. And I have not really done the ground level yet. I found that what was happening was I need to probably move this rug, this carpet, because I don't want to use stands if I don't have to for my figures. But these are my other 5 Empire Toy Works buildings. Got 1, 2, and then these are 3 that are put together. I think I have videos for these 2, but probably, I don't know if I have videos for those 3, but definitely for these 2 here, if you're interested in seeing them. But this is going to be the ground level, and it'll be set up too, but I think I've got to get a smaller rug that doesn't sort of hinder stacking figures there. A couple Ankylos there. I'm going to probably put those away. Don't think they really fit what I'm doing now. And then here's a couple of my AT-ATs that I'm going to set up. I might set up a whole my Imperial base on the bottom there. I hadn't quite decided what I was going to do down there yet. But guys, that is my world. It's not big, you know. It's not big. Whoa, okay. Hopefully that some of that came out. I might have to reshoot that. Didn't realize it was out of focus so badly. But you can see it's not that big of a world. It's all I could do though. It's all the space I had. Going to end up having to rotate things out and put other things in here as I, feel that I want to. I'll probably switch this out a couple times a year. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe more. But that is my world. That is Folsom 11. I do have an Instagram page dedicated directly to this world. So I'll put a link to that in the description if you can, follow that. I would appreciate it. But that is it, guys. That is it. I have a lot more stuff. You've probably seen in my hauls and things. I have a lot more stuff. It's just having the space to display it all and display it in a way that I like, in a way that I'm proud of, rather than just have it all boxed up and not see it at all, or just random things. I did kind of want a theme to it. And so right now it's just kind of like a city theme with the jail, the prison. All right, guys, so let's, I'll shoot the night footage now, and then I'll show you the rest when we'll get out of here. All right, guys, so the sun has gone down, and I have turned on most of the lights here, and you can see I definitely need some more, but you can definitely kind of see now some of the light up features that I have here. All of these are really from Grime City, because he does use the batteries a lot. It's a little bit hard to see, and there is some volume coming out of there. Got a monitor right there. There's a couple of these lights, these street lights that help kind of shine down and illuminate different areas. That's why I was hopefully he'll send them over. But there's another light I was supposed to get, a street light like this, because I do have another one. You can see up here I have it lighting up the jail, and then there's another one of those communicators there. So a few more lights. Obviously it's hard to see right here. This side's pretty well done, but I definitely, oh yeah, and the different lights up here on this 3-story building. So hopefully I'll get another street light or two. But that's how it looks at night. I'm probably going to get some more lights to put underneath the shelf. But that's the sort of the ambiance, the night ambiance. All right, guys, so that is it. That is the room tour, the world tour. That is kind of what I've been working on. If you guys know, last year, if you're new to the channel, I completely redid this room, put in a new floor, painted the walls, added all the artwork, put up the shelves. It took quite a long time. It was quite a bit of effort and money, but I think the room is finally all done now, and that is it. It's not a big room. It's a humble room. It's a humble collection, but it's a good one, right? I think I have a really good collection. I'm really happy with my collection. Of course, in a perfect world, I'd have a whole, master bedroom or barn or garage dedicated to this, but I can't do that. I don't have it like that. But I'm still pretty happy with my collection. I got a lot of good things. I'm very lucky, and I hope that you enjoyed looking at it. Again, I'll probably be posting photos on my Folsom 11 account or wherever else on my normal Die Hard account. Just kind of depends where it falls in, on what theme it falls in on. But I think it's important to notice too, I've always thought, and I think Wenzilla said this one time, and I totally agreed with him. Folsom 11, when I shoot a photo, it's wherever I shoot the photo. That Folsom 11 is more than just these shelves here. It could be outside, it could be in my garage, it could be, anywhere, wherever I decide to shoot. So Folsom 11, the idea of it, the thought of it, in my mind, it's bigger than these shelves, but these shelves are kind of the permanent display. I can always rearrange those buildings to create different street scenes, or different parts of the city. So that's kind of the idea, but that's it. that's it. I don't know if I explained that. I don't know if I'm rambling on there, but that's it, guys. That's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments below. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.